All right. Good morning, afternoon, definitely morning anywhere in the states, and afternoon to everyone else. Welcome to Memphis by Night, the Changling the Dreaming story. Well, where we left off, our changelings were invited to for tea by a strange familiar by the name of T. When they met them at a lovely little cafe built into a hollowed out tortoise shell, he informed them that some things are gone awry. Humans and childlings and children, had fallen into a sudden coma that they are not able to wake up. They vanish and they appear somewhere else suddenly a day or two later. They ask them to investigate it and let him know what they discovered. They accepted the job as there will be payment and handed a bell. They go to investigate and discover that one of the children were last seen at the park. And they decided to go check it out. Upon arriving, they end up doing some investigation and discovered that there was a hedge doorway located in the park. So they ventured in. And then they were confronted by a gigantic wolf-like creature who later introduced himself as Kier. He informs them that he has not noticed any children coming through his doorway, as he is often one to prevent humans from arriving inside the hedge, as it is a dangerous place. It has all sorts of creatures within it. They were given a gift by him, as he hasn't had much company in a while. And he led them out that's where we left off. You guys are now standing in the park. I will also let you know it is now nighttime. Oh, it was actually nighttime earlier. Dawn is just the sun is just coming over the horizon as sunrise. And you are standing now in the park in front of the hedge doorway. I'm sorry, I need to turn that down for me. It is quiet. You see a couple of joggers here and there running around the paths, but you three are now left to your own accord.
We can either continue looking around or we can follow the wolf's guidance of going and asking our benefactor as to what happened the last time this occurred.
I mean, considering that this is our first time working together, I feel as if we suggest on taking the wolf's advice. Maybe there's more to it to this rather than just some sort of trickery. After all, if the children were to be sleeping, though they are in a coma like state, I possibly I would rather suggest we would ask Thaddeus a little bit more. But that's just me personally.
Your problem is going to actually be managing to pry anything out of the man. Because, well, we tried to, and we got Jack in all before.
He seems to be a
Well,
man who likes to hold on to his secrets.
Agreed.
fair enough. I mean, it worked out on the first half. I could try to detect any more people who probably know somebody dear who unfortunately has their child under a deep sleep.
We could possibly investigate around where they were found. And be able to find more entrances to the hedge.
I mean, do you want to head back over to the market, you two? Or we can travel around the human realm, maybe
Well,
have a fresh start there.
we can look around to see if there's anything else from our little bell. But if there's nothing else, then we're going to want to move things along and try to find out what we can from the man who gave us this job. Do you agree, Silas?
Yes, I do.
Well then, lead the way. I don't want to become any more of an inconvenience. I'll
Oh,
follow
darling,
along.
you're not an inconvenience.
Oh, trust me, if we were gonna at least get to know each other, I'm more as in a curious mouse than anything.
Well, as long
But
as that curiosity doesn't get us into trouble, we'll be fine.
but still, I digress. You two lead the way. I'm still following along.
All right. So where would you like to go?
We don't have any general information about where any of the other comatose kids were found, do we?
There are, if you want, you can try to find different ways. There is such thing as social media.
Oh, yeah. I mean, social media can make sense. Usually, if there is, especially when it comes to children, people would actually ask for prayers when it comes
Oh,
to
the
illnesses.
news gobbles that shit up. Nora will reach between her boobs, pull out her phone, and
Okay.
stares at
Oh, yes.
Albuquerque for a second, and then proceeds to try to begin looking on news sites or socials about any recently
All right.
comatose
You have
children.
two options. You can either roll me wits technology or wits investigation. And the DC is 2.
Mm, 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 mm.
Oh,
Well,
I
let
was
us hope.
I'm giving you some prayers, but I'm still laughing at the boob compartment.
Hush. That's a one.
Bro.
Oof.
I have two wits. I have no investigating, no tech.
Okay. If any of you want to also do it as well, I'm sure that either of you are not. Um, since it's modern day, everybody has a phone. The other two, you're more than welcome to roll the same thing.
All right. Might as well check out my phone too. And I'm gonna be using also wits.
Wits investigation or wits tech, whichever one might be
Oh, wits.
higher.
Okay, wits investigation or wits tech.
Yep. Difficulty
Okay.
2.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'm basically good. Okay. Got this. Difficulty 2.
Difficulty
Yes.
2.
All right. Oh.
Hmm.
There is also willpower rerolls.
I mean, I just used up 2 of my re-rolls.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh my god. We can't buy shit. We're hopeless.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
ladies. I was too busy
by the
looking up
way-
chinchillas on my Instagram.
rerolls reset every session.
Oh, really? Okay, banger. Let me do that shit real quick.
I had a feeling.
Okay.
Scar, I'd also advise setting your hunger to nuns. That way you can actually re-roll those dice. Oh my
Really?
god, sweet!
Really?
I'm trying to remember how to re-roll this.
Okay.
Do
Right
do
well,
it.
Right click.
well, the problem is that she can't re-roll her hunger dice, so she might as well just re-roll her wits.
Yeah, just reroll your wits.
Because your wits is 2, yeah?
Yeah. Do you want me to still set it to difficulty 2?
It is still the
I mean,
difficulty is 2. Yes.
you know what
For
people said.
for people who
Okay,
are watching.
she has a
Okay.
2.
So
As you guys are
Hmm.
scrolling through your phone, all 3 of you are just standing there together. Stretched, the 3 of you on your phones, scrolling about. That is when Celis, you come across an article about a child by the name of Mason. This child was already a patient in St. Jude's. He was terminally ill. However, a situation had happened that, even though he was sick, it was not on the level of an unexpected coma. And in fact, before they found him in a coma, he vanished from his bed, only to reappear on the roof of the hospital. And now it is a kind of a medical mystery of what had happened to this child.
well, that is definitely something.
Agreed. Well, Sally forth to over there.
I mean, no duh. There was a child who was obviously spotted on top of a hospital roof. Of course, we're going there.
I'll slap you.
Yeah. Let's head that direction.
All right. So St. Jude's is a local hospital. Children. Josh. Uh, oh my god, I just heard myself just now. Hi guys. Anyways, happy Sunday. Anyways, you guys travel your way to St. Jude's Hospital, where you find that it's quite busy. Um, typically as a hospital would be. Not like super busy in and out like an ER, but there are people walking about in and out. There's a front desk that people go to for a little more direction, if they need help.
Sorry to interrupt. You got cut off on if they needed to help.
Yes,
That's all I heard.
Yeah, that's sorry. If you needed help with some direction or where to go, there's the front receptionist. I'm trying to also get a map of the hospital. It's an actual hospital in Memphis.
Ah,
Sorry.
Just trying to pull up the actual
Yeah.
floor map. But it probably be best before we go trying to venture around a random children's hospital with no aim when we have no one here. It'd probably be a good idea if we start with going around the exterior of the building. See if we find anything outside before we begin randomly patrolling the interior of a hospital.
I mean, I see nothing wrong with that. It's better to have clues at least rather than just barging in on basically a medical field.
Yeah.
All right, so you go to investigate the grounds before heading inside.
Yeah, basically like kind of the frontish of like the building, because to see if we can find some like pieces.
Generally the perimeter of the exterior, so that way, we don't have to attempt to bullshit our way into wandering around a fucking children's hospital.
Yeah.
All right. So, you want to try to investigate. So, why don't you roll me either wits awareness or wits investigation? Difficulty 3.
That I can physically not even make it. I'll roll for posterity, but I literally can't make it.
Yeah. Yeah, we can see that.
A
you said
hot woman has caught my eye.
Okay, so so wits awareness
Doctor.
or wits investigation. Got it. Okay. All right. Please let this work. What was the difficulty again?
3.
3.
All right. Oh, okay. This is promising.
Did I say intelligence?
It was wits
It was
investigation.
wits.
Oh, I'm stupid. Okay.
No, you're not.
It's okay. Head pets.
Thank you. Investigation wits.
Go ahead and re-roll it.
Got it.
Okay.
Still good.
Oh, okay. Still good. All right.
All right.
And then the scar you still need to roll.
I was waiting to see what y'all did and how
Oh
y'all
boy.
did.
I do have the feeling that you also have it too.
For what?
For wits investigation
Oh no,
slash.
I have 3.
Okay.
We are coming in clutch with crumbs.
Good job, Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Good job.
Alright. With that 3, you don't find really anything on the outside of the building. Everything looks normal. You're just walking around, kind of giving a good look over. You spend the next 30 to 40 minutes kind of walking around the entire building. It's a pretty big building. And so far, nothing on the outside reeks anything. However, there is a little bit of hint of something on the inside of the building. Not quite sure where it is, but it's definitely on the inside. It's a concentration of the dreaming.
All right. As Albuquerque basically squints really hard at this children's hospital, just examining everything, she basically like turns herself around and look at the other two, her other two teammates, and basically just spoke. I haven't seemed to capture any particularly anything as, the hint of what's happening so far. It's merely on the inside of the building that I feel like there may be some sort of magical essence that might be inside the medical building in itself. So we have to get in there.
Eleanor will snap back to reality and stop being a pervert. Yeah, sure.
I am. Albuquerque just stares at like Eleanor for like a couple seconds, and then she kind of shimmies over to Celis, and she like on her slight tippy toes, she kind of like gets up to like Celis's ear and be like, "I am afraid for this one."
I she'll just laugh a little bit. Come on, let's go. And you points over
What?
over at Eleanor. Focus.
Yes.
I know there's some lovely looking people around, but you gotta focus.
Eleanor,
We're
as you
here
walk in.
we're here on a job, not
Oh,
business.
sorry.
Fine.
I think there's a saying that goes, I think it goes along the lines of, lock the fuck in. Alrighty then, carry on, Miss DM.
Yeah, sorry.
All right. So, yes, Eleanor, you see potential clients. Hot, attractive doctors and nurses and hospital staff as you walk by and into the building. You guys are now inside the building. Again, there is a front receptionist building. There are elevators off to the side. Where would you guys like to start?
Okay, so far all we have is like a child's name, but it's like if we merely lie enough, it could work, or either that, a bunch of people are just gonna stare at us awkwardly.
Just to make sure, the elevators aren't before even the receptionist's desk, are they?
Pardon?
Are the elevators like in front of the receptionist desk, or are they further beyond that?
Further beyond it.
Damn it. Hmm. Well, I suppose that we can attempt to lie a little bit.
I mean, that depends. How much are you guys willing to lie? Or then again, have dignity to lie in an unfortunate situation that we are in?
Eleanor is going to frown at Albuquerque and motion to herself. You really think that I have much integrity when it comes to lying to people?
Salis is just gonna look at the two of them, just like, I'm not very good at lying.
Oh, for the love of... As she's going to walk towards the receptionist desk.
You could hear like a quiet, "You go, girl," from Albuquerque.
A small thumbs up from Salis, like, yeah.
All right. So you walk up to the receptionist desk. Behind it, you see a middle-aged man sitting there on the computer. He looks like he's typing and just recently hung up the phone as you heard him. He looks up. Yes. Hello. How can I help you?
Hello. We were wondering about the status of Mason. We wanted to visit him to drop off some flowers in thought of the poor boy's condition.
He tilts his head a little bit. Mason. Last name?
Fuck. Eleanor is going to glance at Celis since she's the one that found the article.
What was his last name again?
There is no last name. Typically the report is to protect the child's true identity. So last
True.
name
Oh,
is not shared.
fuck.
I mean, unless until you make like a quick social on like maybe the
Oh,
parents.
you know, we're about to begin lying all fucking ready. Right.
I mean, you can make up a lie, say like the parents maybe probably went through a divorce and have different last names.
No, we are not making that kind of a lie. We are doing any form of manipulation we fucking can.
I'm just thinking as the player.
We are not doing that level of fucking gaslighting.
I'm
That's
sorry.
like gatekeep girl boss.
I know it's the start of the session, but I panicked.
For fuck's sakes. Ugh.
I mean, you can always like go back, think to yourself like, "Oh, sorry, I got the wrong hospital." Oh no, wait, that makes it way worse.
That's
Oh.
so much worse.
God, I don't know, make up a last name.
No, we're going to fucking... If I can't snatch a glance at a computer, which I starkly doubt I can, I'm going to just blurt out the most generic name possible.
I mean, that's what I was kind of suggesting, minus the word divorce.
Alright, what is the most generic name possible?
We're just gonna go with right.
What's the last name?
Right.
Right. Roll me a D100.
Oh,
Oh, not the D100.
Blazing, I
Backslash,
hope you roll.
backslash R. It's backslash R, right?
Yeah, /R.
And yeah, slash R D100
Bro, I'm
bip.
playing.
Okay.
All right.
That's a 66.
That ain't it, Chief.
That ain't
Scared.
bad, but it ain't good.
I'm scared.
He starts typing into the computer. It goes, right. I'm sorry. It looks like we do not have a Mason Wright in our hospital.
Illinois is going to glance over at Salis. I thought that's what the family refers to their last name as a being. Sorry, we're family friends. We wanted to make sure that the kid was doing fine and drop off and just something in kind gesture.
We have a couple of Masons within the hospital. Roll me a charisma persuasion.
Fuck yeah, Batman!
I swear to God, of all things we have to investigate, of course, it had to be in a children's hospital.
I'm because I want to make sure this happens good. I'm willpower you also those values.
Please, the willpower.
There we go.
Oh, thank God.
Crit 7.
Good. Crit. With a crit, he looks to you. And he looks to your face. And then downward. Just a little bit.
She'll go ahead and catch that and push out her tits a little bit.
You could hear a slight screaming from like Albuquerque. No, no.
Salis is just in the background covering her head, like, not like putting her head into her hands, like, oh no.
What are you really here for?
Stuff that you don't quite understand. We're trying to figure out why the several children have fallen comatose as of recently. Bit of a private investigative group currently.
He leans back,
Off to the right.
crosses his arms. You know, you're not the only ones who's been investigating this entire situation. Police have been on it like crazy.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
I had a
Right.
feeling that you were trying to talk about that comatose kid, Mason.
Mm-hmm.
Right. 4th floor. Room. He looks in. 460. Let's do a 66.
Thank you, darling.
Salis will walk up to next to Eleanor and just, no, come on. Stop flirting with her, man.
She was turning towards the elevators.
Just pulling her away. Come on, no flirting with a man. We're on a job.
Oh, hush, you know that he was into me.
Alright. So you.
Nobody heard me on that end, right?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I had a family member ask me a question. All right, we're good.
Oh, yeah.
No, we heard nothing.
Alright. So, you guys take the elevator to the 4th floor, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
well, you guys ride up to the elevator. It's quiet, just the three of you within it. And you come to into a ward in the hospital. You see some children who are ill. You could tell. You know, whatever they are, the little bodies are fighting it. You see parents supporting them, nurses taking care of them. They're doing their best. And you walk down the hallway to where you find room 466. Where you see within that room, it's a little bit, it's not like dark, it's dim. And you hear the heart monitor beeping in the background. It looks like somebody left a TV on. If anybody will know, usually simulation individuals in coma are often given forms of simulation. Whether it's TV being read to or music, it's just a way to see if they can trigger their awakening through simulation. And you see a little boy with dark brown hair, definitely human. And he is laying quite peacefully. He's got a nose piece that provides him oxygen. He's got his heart monitor. And he's got an IV constantly being ran through his arm. And in that room, as you walk in, you see a woman taking care of him. Getting her name. With the last name, Richardson. She's just taking care of him, making sure he moves, so he's not constantly left in one state. She looks at you as you enter. Oh, I wasn't we weren't told he was expecting guests today.
I just decided to stop by. We're friends of his family.
Oh.
Wanted to see the state of the poor child with our own eyes.
He is definitely asleep. Go ahead.
And this child was mysteriously found missing on the roof of the hospital a few days ago.
Yes. He must have ventured off and landed himself on the roof that night, and what doesn't make sense, you need a card to access the roof. That's where the helicopter comes in.
Interesting.
I was going to stare in Celes's direction since if I recall, she was the one that had the bell last. Just to see if it's ringing at all.
So you step into the room, get closer to the child?
Yep.
Okay. So as you step into the room, all of you, you will notice one thing in particular. This room is a lot colder than the hallway.
That's not right.
And as you approach, you get very close to the child. The bell, in fact, does give a little bit of a ring.
Nothing. Does anything look out of place in that moment?
Hmm.
Like something that shouldn't be there?
Sure. Roll me what's awareness. Difficulty 3.
Eh.
Oh my
All
god.
all of you are able to do that.
Okay, what's awareness?
I can literally only do diff 3 wits if I crit.
Okay. 3.
While you guys do that, give me just a second.
Yep.
Yeah.
My god.
Oh yeah, I just noticed this earlier. I saw a text in the chat of Eater saying, "Y'all are."
Yeah, like
Funny as
she-
shit. Funny as shit.
as there's just Sean staring at what?
Huh?
Without a doubt, that was probably posted during one of my fucking things.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to say this, but a family member walked in. At the moment, Albuquerque was just hiding, like behind her face, behind the fan, like so close up to her face you don't see her. And so she heard the bell, as she walked in with y'all, because it was just like, oh my god, it was a more than a what the hell.
You always have your fan up, dear.
Yeah, but it's more higher up. Like even her eyes are just hidden because she's just like, oh my god, what was that?
A big question, do either of you two want to reroll, or are we just gonna keep the everyone with 2s?
Uh, just in case, might as well. Nope, never mind.
Lovely.
I don't even know why I tried. I thought
I
2
mean,
was
it's,
fine.
it's because you're making 2 50-50s.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But then again, the willpower showed up a failure. Thank you for the salute, Sean.
Collabo Productions.
Hello.
I
Can we
didn't
call you
know.
Productions? Welcome in on the.
Well, no, it's saying thank you for following Collabo Productions, because that was
Oh.
from Stream Elements. Just oh, wait, I'm silly. It's someone that followed us that was named. That's an interesting name.
Ah.
CR Low Bill Productions.
Yeah, hi. Our DM had to, had to
Step away for a
basically
second.
AFK at the moment. Hello, welcome to the stream. It's hard to explain the context.
Context? You don't need context.
We're schmoving and grooving, and we're going
Yeah,
insane.
yeah, we're
Yes.
definitely, we're definitely schmooving, I guess. Anyways, welcome on in. Get cozy. Us changelings are doing our best.
Oh, sure as fuck I. But unfortunately, none of us have good eyes, evidently.
We have such magical powers, but our main weakness is we kind of clueless.
We were hired to investigate something, and none of us have good investigation capabilities.
Yeah, we don't know what our I don't even know how to describe that is. Is he technically like our boss or some shit?
Contractor?
Yeah, contractor. Yeah, you could see it. You could see how little research our contractor had.
You know, decide to take these four idiots and throwing them into this.
Hey, speak for yourself.
I
Sailor
mean,
ain't
we
an
got
idiot.
this far. At least we.
Sailor ain't an idiot. She's just stoned.
Did you have more than 2 pips of int?
I mean, we got this far. At least we didn't get kicked out.
Yes, I have 3.
Okay, then you're not an idiot.
Wait, what pips are we talking about?
Int.
Insight?
Intelligence.
Oh, intelligence? Oh, my character's 4.
Wow, we have a 3, a 4, and a 2, and we're for some reason following the orders of the 2.
Look, mind you, like in the last session, mind you, you should have trusted her being near any dangerous thing. She will basically Leroy Jenkins the shit.
Christ. Oh, well, evidently demons have
Okay.
no more than 4 pips when rolling with awareness.
I understand entirely. Thank you, Sean.
That's the same as us.
At least he gave us the salute. It's better than nothing.
Okay. I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
Dude,
2 successes. Okay. Then
everyone got 2.
2 for 3 deal special.
Amnesty, check your DMs from KO.
yes, I got it. Thank you, Keo. Love you, appreciate you. Okay, I asked Keo something, and I think Keo was cleaning, probably, or sleeping one.
Huh?
Anyways, so none of you seem to notice anything out of the ordinary in the room. And Albuquerque, why did you
Yeah.
re-roll 2? You could re-roll 3.
No, she has 4 dice.
Yeah.
It just displays it like that after the reroll.
No, right here. The re-roll, you only re-rolled 2 of them.
She doesn't have 6 dice. She has 4 dice.
Yeah.
No,
just
but when
displays-
you... Oh, so you have...
It displays the rerolled dice behind
Are
the
all of
original
you?
rolled dice.
Okay,
All-
that
All
makes a
3 of
lot...
us got fucking 2.
Yeah.
Right, I just realized this. You... I thought maybe you might be the most aware. My apologies, I misjudged your character.
I mean, again, it's not surprising based on the first session. She just yeeted herself into the portal with no problem.
That she did.
This is true.
Look, just because she reads like investigation novels and some shit does not mean she's a professional. That's like watching Kitchen Nightmares and all of a sudden you're a professional chef now.
But anywho, continue with this. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's nothing out of the ordinary in the room that you can tell in regards of other than the cold.
Lovely.
Has this room always been this cold?
She looks, no, I'm thinking the heat might be broken. We've had some techs look into it. Just we haven't been able to get it warm since we found him.
I see.
But now I'm curious. If there was a heating technical issue, wouldn't that surge around the entire place? I mean, compared from the hallways, they seem to be a little bit more cool, but this just feels like a fridge cold.
Yeah, it is. I do know the night that I was in here taking care of him, it was normal temperature that we keep a controlled environment for all the children.
Interesting.
Ugh. Well. Currently, our only lead is the roof, but the only way to get up to the roof is with a key.
Yes, only staff personnel are allowed up on the roof.
Time for Illinois to do what she will. Sex and persuasion.
Not again!
Do either of you two have a better idea?
No. Not in particular.
Think yes, based off of Scarlett's
I
absence.
got nothing.
Yeah,
Hello?
that's the.
You okay, Scarlett?
My computer froze, so I had to restart it.
Oh, lovely.
Oof.
It's alright.
Time for fun times.
Oh no.
Ma'am, we're also trying to find out why this might be happening to several children at this rate. Could we possibly have access to the roof?
I'm sorry. Again, only hospital personnel are allowed on the roof.
Eleanor is going to look up and down the woman. Take a step closer. Whisper in her ear, I can make it worth your while.
Meanwhile, Albuquerque's in the background, just like judgingly stare, like, I can't believe this is our only option.
Roll me.
Sayla is just gonna leave.
Roll me manipulation subterfuge with a difficulty of 4.
Oh god, it's subterfuge.
Subterfuge is seduction.
Oh, I wish I knew this.
Gonna lean over to Albuquerque and just go, if this works, I'm gonna be shocked.
I wish so much that I knew this when I was building her. Oh, fuck me.
And then, as soon as Sarah's just whispering that to her, she like also leans over with her like closed fan close to her and been like, if this doesn't work, does it consider to be a hateful crime to strangle another changeling?
Okay, Bip,
Different
and
word should be,
I was
positive
already
sexual
gonna
harassment.
willpower reroll it, so this is a non-zero chance.
Okay.
I can read one.
Oh, I said manipulation subterfuge.
Oh, manipulation. Fuck.
Yep. Yeah, go ahead and
Yeah, then I
re-roll.
fucking flat reroll it. God damn it. Well, then I'll just flat roll manipulation. Oh, we have to pray. Oh, here we go, baby. Fuck.
Well, I'm flattered, and but I'm married, and I am almost completely straight. I'm straight.
And she'll take a step back. She'll glance at the other two to see if they want to do anything or if Eleanor's going to have to continue to try to persuade this woman.
You just see Abby just facepalm herself with a fan. Like, she's just like, Eleanor, why? Why would you do this? Especially in a hospital.
She's going to motion to herself again.
Okay. Silas, help me out here. Or else I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna strangle a woman.
I'd like to see you try.
DM goes.
Alright,
She might be into that.
Wait, Scarlet, what did you say?
I said both of you, stop that. I have no idea.
Okay.
What did you want to do, Scar?
I said I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah, she's. And Albuquerque, you don't have any ideas either.
All I know is not to do that.
Well, do you have anything that you could possibly do?
Okay. Alright, first off, I need to get this woman out of here. Otherwise, or else Eleanor's just gonna try to do more.
I'm not gonna try to fuck her again. She's one straight and married, even though I can make the straight be questionable.
Okay. I need to make this woman leave. I'm okay. I know I have some sort of spell quirk. I know I have some sort of spell quirk here. Okay. Alright. Alright, am I willing to risk this? Am I willing to risk the trick of the light?
Trick of the light, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna use. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna use the trick of the light, and I'm gonna use something as simple as this nurse probably has another, patient to look after for her. Maybe her shift ended early. Just to make the unfortunate woman leave.
All right. Well, roll me wits subterfuge with chickeny, please.
Okay, so chickeny is 1 dice, and that means I need the wits and subterfuge. Okay. Alright. Okay, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. Okay. I am so praying. Alright. Okay, what's... Okay, I did 1 more dice.
Mm-hmm.
And then... Right. And that, just in case until it works, I'm gonna use 1 more willpower. 1 more fucking willpower. Please, 3rd time's the charm. Thank
If only
God.
you had a crit before.
Yeah, I know, but just in case. I just need to make sure this actually works.
All right. So 3 successes. It's about the duration. They are human.
Okay.
So it
As
will
long as
last an hour.
that'll be fine.
As you do so, so you want them to say, "Oh, there's a child that is in need of their help at the moment."
Yes, and to make sure it's not conspicuous or obviously drags us more to attention, that all that Albuquerque needs to do to start the spell to cast is to close up our fan as quick as possible to create this sort of whip noise. That way it can sort of click to this human's brain that, hey, I have somewhere else to be. I should just leave.
Okay. So she all of a sudden senses that she has another patient that needs help. So she's going to walk out of the room. Excuse me, I'll be back later. I have somebody else I need to take care of. She's going to leave, walk to the desk that's typically in the middle of the floor, and see where she needs to go.
As she sees the lady leave, she reopens her fan back up again, covers her lower half of her face as per usual, and then just sighs as she goes, okay, thank God she's gone. That was too painful to watch, even twice. Twice!
Well, what do you suggest we do to have to unfortunately convince someone to let us up there? Unless either of you two have dexterous enough hands to be able to pickpocket.
Okay, well, for starters, at least now, if I had to make an estimated guess, the nurse wouldn't come back for at least an hour or so, so at least we have time. So it depends. How good are you guys at when it comes to, oh, I don't know, per se, breaking in?
It
'Cause
depends
if
on if
that
it's a matter of it's got a key or if it's a keypad.
A card.
a card.
Hmm.
And
I don't want to.
I have the feeling none of us are technologically inclined now, are we?
That, and also, if I had to base judging on our own career goals, I don't think neither of us has possibly committed a crime involving robbery of sorts. Hold on. Maybe I could possibly have some sort of pin of sorts. Maybe to help us try. Ah, no, but then again, it's the fucking key cards. Ugh, could have been so much better when it comes to a lock.
What are you looking for to do? I'm so sorry.
I guess we were just kind of scrambling our minds together just to figure out what to do next. Okay. Not my, not my character I'm playing as, but as the player. I mean, I do not want to knock out a person just to gain a card,
I can be able to do
especially
that.
considering the fact we're here.
I mean, there are
However,
other things you could do. You can speak with security guards. You can, again, talk to the nurse more about what happened, if what she recalls. There's a lot of different things other than that could maybe give you access to the roof.
Okay. Considering the fact that only the staff and I possibly assume that maybe security possibly has access to the door. So probably our next best bet is that since we know that this kid is still here and he happened to be up on the roof, or possibly could try out that.
So what would we want to attempt to do to convince security to get up to the roof?
It makes sense, considering the fact that my powers still managed to convince that woman to leave. And also I felt extremely bad for her. Yes, I feel like our next best bet is to still get a little bit closer to now security. Because obviously we can't see anything out of the ordinary of the sorts of the room. Considering the fact all that's left is just it's cold. Extremely cold.
Yeah, I asked you what we should do to convince them. Not why go after security, it's what to do to convince security to let us up to the roof.
Okay. I know we basically lied, towards our way into getting in here.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how the saying goes that sometimes the Fae has a bit of trickery. So why?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought maybe, just maybe I could possibly distract security. Maybe a possible stealing or two. Well,
Uh,
not per se stealing. I already know I suck at those. Just more as in to distract them enough to be away from said door.
okay, but that won't help us get into it.
Shit, you're right.
It wouldn't surprise me if there isn't a security person guarding the door. Our problem is just getting past the door.
Shit. now I can't. Now I can't figure out if that was considered a blessing or a curse to remove the nurse out of the way.
Well, considering how about that I would have been able to convince her in any form of way, I suppose.
It's just I could use my magic again in order to, I don't know, simple handing us over the card. But since it contains utmost importance, there is at least still a possibility of them. But then again, since it has most importance, there would be a possibility of them not getting to it. I just can't continue lying to these people. At the same time, it still feels pretty shitty. But then again, we do have a task to go to.
hmm Which then, aside from me attempting to seduce someone, what would you advise I lie to them about to try and get roof access?
Okay. Okay, since you managed to help us lie on the first half of the desk, at least that helped.
Mhm.
Which I am impressed. Well, besides the showing tits apart, maybe you could possibly ask security, maybe lie to them, saying probably somebody's stealing out medication. I mean, sometimes there is a higher, drug related things. Besides, even people would use medications for drugs, unfortunately.
Counterpoint, why would that involve them going to the roof?
I mean, okay, you can explain to them the situation. They will get distracted about your, you know, worrisome attributes. They would basically look away from the door. There could be a possibility of us trying to, well, at least one of us, to try to attempt on stealing the door. It's just what it would result in is somebody to be at least persuasive enough that they would at least be distracted on near of us making a poor ass excuse attempt on trying to steal a card. Other
So
than
in
that,
short, you're requesting that I distract the security officer while you two attempt to pickpocket the card off.
yes, I feel like that could be a best way to do it. Plus, it would be a mis misdeed to, say, knock out a security guard and leave him or her unconscious on the floor while we try to investigate.
No, that would only end terribly.
Yes. So, since you did help us persuade, minus the whole that, I feel like that's our best bet at the moment. Otherwise, we would just basically be headless chickens at the moment. It's basically our best bet. That way, we don't have to interfere with other nurses. Plus, the closest thing that we basically do is get kicked out by security, but that's not the worst thing that comes to happen. Even if we
Oh.
were to hypothetically get kicked out, we could possibly. There could be like stairs or ladders that might possibly help. Like one of those fire, exit ways.
Mhm.
I've seen a lot when it comes to apartment complexes or things like that. They would show up stairs or ladders in order to get up and down from the building in itself in case if the ladders are unavailable.
Mhm. Tell us your opinion.
It's a long shot. It could work, but it's still a long shot.
Do you have any better ideas?
You mean
I'm sorry, I got distracted for a split second. I saw the chat. Eater said, I miss showing tits.
Yes, he did.
Alright, alright. Anyways, just to continue moving on forward.
I don't have anything.
Alright, let's go find ourselves a god.
It's time to steal from the security.
All right. Roll me. Wits. Yeah, it'll be wits awareness. See if you can locate a guard.
How many wits awareness are okay.
Yeah.
It's the default find something. And again, I have became distracted by a hot man.
Bruh. Fuck. You know what? That's bullshit. I am not doing this again. Fuck
So,
it.
Oh.
so I can see the. There we go. Okay, hold on, tell me. Here.
I can't further on the willpower.
My god, God, please tell me that you can get something better than a 2.
On wits awareness.
Uh-huh.
I like how so far for us changelings, it's just struggle.
Oh my
Hold on.
god!
So, guys, I will go ahead and alliterate what's going on. That everybody who was rolled zero, rolled like no successes.
Zero.
Not zero.
We rolled.
That is a crit fail. Just flat out no successes at all. Then they use willpower rerolls.
And the best we have is 2.
It's 2.
This game fucking hates us, man.
For fuck's sakes.
It must have happened with all the mages last night. That's what had happened. All the juju happened last night.
All the good
fucking
shit happened
mages.
last night, so now we just have the shit luck.
Yeah, pretty much.
I blame the mages.
And don't worry, we blame the mages too.
Okay. We barely met the mages, and all we could do was fuck the mages.
Yeah, pretty much. Anywho, with 2 successes, the mages.
Yes,
You're right.
please.
Yes, I go. The mages blame the mages. Anyways, with a 2 success, it does take a
Yes.
little bit of looking around, but on this floor there seems to be a room, and you kind of walk by the room, and there is it is open. As somebody has walked out and somebody is still sitting in there. It looks to be a security guard in a security room with cameras pointed to each and every one of the children's rooms.
Okay, they're pointing at the rooms. Where are they pointed at the door? That's the question. Miss DM, I had a question.
Yes.
Okay, I know that the cameras are pointing at basically the children's doors,
No,
but
it is in the rooms.
Okay.
It is there for their security and safety, so that anything should happen to the children, then it is recorded and immediately dealt with.
Okay. All right. Okay, so basically the door is free range.
There is somebody on the inside of that sitting at the desk. Looks like eating Chinese as they're observing all the cameras.
Of course. I mean-
Time to start bullshitting with this fine individual that is sitting in a chair so that way you two can attempt to pickpocket him while he's sitting down.
Okay. All right, Eleanor, and she, on her rare occasions of putting the fan down and not hiding her face, she just like grabs like Eleanor both by the shoulders, and she just like looks at her like, okay, so you're gonna pretend that you saw somebody trying to steal something, and to make sure that it actually works, I need you to pretend in your mind to make sure the fear factor works.
The fear factor works.
I know this is bad, but we need to make sure this works. Just pretend somebody's trying to steal your favorite object at the strip club, and it's your favorite object, and you require assistance. Use that as you will. She, like, lets go.
Eleanor is going to facepalm, grimace at Albuquerque, and knock twice on the security room's door. Hello, sir.
He turns around in his office chair with a fork in his mouth. Definitely lo mein. He suddenly quickly chews, finishes it, put the yes, how can I help you?
Wanted to tell you that it appears as though someone might be stealing medicine.
He squints his eyes for a second and looks to you. Someone is trying to steal medicine.
Yes.
Can you tell me who?
can't tell you name, but I can give you a description.
Did they have a name tag? Were they dressed up as a hospital worker?
No.
Okay. He gets up and walks up to you. All right. Come on. Can you tell me who it is? Or can you describe who this person is?
Alright, here we go.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
That alright, here we go wasn't in character. Okay.
Uh-huh.
oh,
Average sized male, kind of Caucasian skin, um, short black hair. I think they had green eyes. A bit of a goatee, if that's what you would consider that facial hair. Green shirt, jeans for some reason in this weather, and black shoes.
Okay. All right. He kind of come here. And he's going to go back to the cameras. Can you tell me where you last saw them?
He is going to point at. Are any of these cameras like numbered as to what room they're looking at?
Yes. They're all little squares of different rooms and sections of the floor.
She'll point at whichever one's about the farthest from the security office.
or semi-farthest. That way it doesn't seem too suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There. That room.
Yes.
Alright, do you know what time?
It was about 5 minutes ago.
When?
5 minutes ago.
He's scrolling back, and he goes about 5 minutes. I don't see anyone here.
Son of a bitch. Eleanor is going to look at Albuquerque. Since this was her idea.
Hey, Miss D, random question. Is there any particular, is there any nearby objects, especially in the office, that I could possibly knock down a man?
The plan was me distract him and you pickpocket him. Oh my god, you psychopath.
There is a coffee mug.
Oh no. Okay. Alright. Okay, before anything else fails. Alright.
And
I'm not gonna do it, but I'm willing to if all else fails. Okay, so Albuquerque notices Eleanor is like staring at her, and she basically basically gestures like, okay. I need to lock in. Okay. She basically gestures. Shit. They, fuck. I'm trying to think. So as she's getting basically stared back at, as she kind of thinks for a split second, she tries to get in closer to the room and, kind of whispers at Eleanor, tell him that, I don't think it was in a specific room, just in one of those medicine cabinets outside.
Eleanor is going to stare dumbly at Albuquerque.
She's like, Shirk's like, I don't know, I did not know I would get this far.
Eleanor, is it about your lovely one of your, hold on, it's not your background. It is your Pandora. Okay, so yours is about never keep a secret. Okay, never mind. I just want to confirm if that has to do with lying. But no, it's about keeping a secret. Both of you, roll me a manipulation. It's gonna be a manipulation subterfuge. Both of you.
Shit.
You're
Wait a minute,
lying.
you're Pandora too?
No, I was looking at you. You're Pandora because I was seeing if it had to do with lying. But it's not. You're good. Not bad.
I'm not being willing, but I'm not taking the fucking chances.
Shit.
Oh my god.
I have one more willpower.
Do not waste your last willpower on a singular dice.
Okay, fine.
You will be
Please.
taking
I
such a
mean-
penalty for that.
Nope, not until you take aggravated willpower damage.
Not until aggravated? Okay.
Not until aggravated.
Still, it's probably not the best decision on one fucking dice.
I know, but I'm freaking out. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna, yeah.
Alright.
Blazing, I'm so sorry.
For fuck's sakes.
He looks to all of you and then he goes, alright. Let me check out the medicine cabinet nearby, the supply cabinet. And he gets up. He walks out of the office, heads down the hallway to where you kind of lose sight of him for a second. And he's just going to go check the medicine cabinet, leaving you at the... Leaving you at basically the security room. Which, by the way, Celis and everybody, you do see that there is a room on... There's a camera on Mason as he is sleeping.
Oh.
You're a little... I'm sorry. Nox is being a goblin today.
Okay, before we attempt to rewind the footage a few fucking days, is the keycard anywhere within eyeshot, or did he have it on his person?
Staff would have it on their person.
Bet. Okay, time for dumb shit. Any of you have an idea how that thing works?
I mean, since we're technically at the security section, there should be a button that maybe probably allows to open up some doors. So maybe in one of these, like, kind of keys could probably just, maybe one push can magically just make a door open.
Which of you two are more technologically inclined?
I want to see. Wait, what did you say, Scarlet?
I have one pip in.
One pip in tech.
Yep.
Albuquerque, you have anything in tech?
I have nothing in tech.
And what are both of your ints, 3 and 4 respectively?
3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My investigation is 2.
I said your intelligence.
Oh, my intelligence? Oh, it's 4.
Okay, so these come out to the same numbers. What about wits?
My wits is 2.
What are you trying to do?
Oh, I'm trying to figure out which one of these two should take a peek see at that computer to figure out how the hell to make it rewind a few days to see what happened to the boy.
Well, that'll be your choice.
I mean, I can always give it a go. My intelligence is that high. Surely if I can just magically rewind shit.
Magic. You do realize that these cameras can just rewind their feet. It's not magic.
Oh, no, that wasn't Albuquerque saying it. It was me.
Oh,
Yeah.
So either or can choose to rewind the footage on that particular camera. Stop biting me.
I'm not doing it because there's no way in hell that I've got good enough stats to actually get anything worthwhile out of that.
Well, since this was Abby's idea, and she's basically like an inch close to possibly committing a crime, at this point, let my character do it. As she kind of like curiously steps forward towards like the computers, and I'm gonna see if I could rewind to towards like Mason's camera footage to see if anything could possibly help us.
Yeah, roll me intelligence technology.
Okay. That wasn't it. Okay. All right. And I'm gonna use blood surge. Oh. Wait, can I use this blood surge modifier?
No, we are not vampires.
Oh, right. I thought I could pray. Never mind. All right,
No.
cool. No. All right. Whoopsies. As the player, my bad. All right.
Okay.
Hopefully it works. I'm willpowering it.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
Yes.
God.
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
It's worth it. It's worth it. No more willpowers for me. I want to get out of this hospital as soon as possible.
So,
Hey,
as you deal with the cameras and kind of hitting a few buttons, trying to figure things out, how did the movies do it? Oh, wait, this way. Okay, and then you start eventually.
I think I remember seeing this in. I think I seen this in one of my detective films.
And as you do, you kind of bring up the room that Mason is in up onto one of the main screens, and you start kind of going back. Now you speed through the back where you go from him being in a coma, and then one morning him being put into the bed, being carried into the bed, and then that night there is no Mason in the bed. Then suddenly the screen will go black, and you see, as you do, Mason at a time, as he's laying asleep, will sit straight up as the nurse that you saw is in the same room, looks over to him, and then that is when the screen goes black again.
She's either forgotten something or she isn't telling us everything.
Then she's probably telling a lie. She probably saw something that she doesn't probably believe.
Oh boy. Go ahead.
I also assume these monitors probably have like the time, like what the time is right now. Has 1 hour passed?
1 hour?
It's been
Yeah.
a few minutes.
It's only been a few minutes.
Oh, never mind then.
However, you do see the time stamp of the child raising up in the bed, like think of a mummy, all of a sudden raising up in its coffin.
Yeah.
3:03 a.m.
3:03 a.m.
Do we have a date?
Yes, 5 days ago.
5 days ago, bet.
I feel like this is good enough. It's better than just being on the roof
Alright.
and probably committing more crimes.
Alright. Make things back as they were and get out of that chair before we get back.
I mean, just in case if things get too wrong, and then and then Albuquerque picks up the mug and makes like a pretend like swishing noise.
I was going to rapidly shake her head no.
Okay. Good luck. And then she drops the mug and then just like hides back.
Facepalm, did she even rewind the cameras back to modern time?
No.
Oh shit.
Fix it.
As you were
Albert-
fixing, yeah, as you were fixing
No,
it.
she said Albuquerque. She said fix it directed at Albuquerque because she doesn't know how this works.
Oh right, my bad. Before she leaves, she also like comes back and awkwardly just like glances. It's not even an awkward smile. She can't do that shit yet. She awkwardly glances like and she reverts the time back to like its original like auto recording of everyone's like rooms, especially towards back to Mason's. And then that's when she just like grabs her fan and just calmly but rapidly just walk away quietly.
All right. So you put the cameras back exactly where you left them, and I'm assuming you all are leaving the security room.
Yeah, that'd probably be a better idea than standing around when he's gonna find Jack and shit.
Yeah.
All right. Get off my keyboard. So you leave the office as quickly as you can. And yeah, what do you do? Do you find the nurse? Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, no, we're gonna need to find that nurse and see if we can pry any more information out of her.
Well,
I mean, obviously.
Well, she's not in the hallway. That's for sure. So you start
Mhm.
checking each and every one of the rooms as you pass, headed towards Mason's, and you do find her in another child's room where you see a little girl, probably about 8 or 9. Looks like she's playing on a Nintendo Switch, and she's just playing a
Aw.
game.
Aww.
Well, I've actually spent time in a children's hospital. I know how they treat their children. So yes, she will have probably a Nintendo Switch.
Good.
Yay.
And she's laying in bed getting her treatment and her medicine injected into her IV. And you see the nurse is there. Oh, hello again. Alexis, can you say hi to these strangers? They're friends of Mason. And Alexis will wave. Hello.
Hello, dear.
Abby just waves with her like fan in front of her face again.
Alexis will actually laugh at you, Albuquerque. You're funny.
After hearing that response, what Abby would do is that she closes up her fan and basically she puts the fan behind her head and basically reopens up her fan again, almost like she's like creating a little peacock fan behind her head and just like basically like shimmies back and forth, pretending to be a little bird, I guess, to her. I don't know, to entertain a child, I guess.
That's cute. So you entertain Alexis. And then she goes, well, are you off now? Is everything okay with Mason? Should I go check on him real quick?
We actually came to ask you a question. Were you tending to him the night that he had his incident?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the whole entire thing was just like, it was kind of bizarre. So yeah, I was taking care of him, and suddenly she starts to kind of, as she clearly remembers everything, she stops. And she stares outward as suddenly her nose starts to bleed.
Oh,
And she puts her hand on her head, and she's like, she starts rubbing her forehead as if it's starting to hurt.
Can Abby just like cover like the nurse's like, you know, side profile of her head with her fan away from the child, just to not traumatize the child?
Is there tissue? Because if so, then she's going to grab a tissue and provide it to the woman.
All right. So you're gonna grab, obviously there is gonna be a box of tissue in a hospital room. So you grab quickly a tissue and you bring it to the woman, and she puts it to her nose, and her head's starting to hurt, and her eyes look a little bit spacey.
Since Abby's technically the closest, because she is obviously covering, helping like cover the nurse up a bit, she asks her, like quietly, "What happened?" And in like a more concerned tone, because obviously this ain't normal.
Obviously. Well, she goes, well, the whole. I'm sorry, my head suddenly really hurts.
Maybe can we talk to in a, you know, outside, away from Alexis? I don't want this child to be scared.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll be back in a little bit, Alexis. And she'll like walk out of the room, and as she tries to, she's trying to say what happened, and the other side of her nose starts to bleed.
Oh shit. Abby like kind of nudges the nurse away and turns over to Eleanor and Celis, and she quietly speaks back. You guys investigate the nurse. I'm just gonna make sure this child is at least looked after to, and obviously not scared.
Yep.
Okay, she does that, and she goes back to the room, letting the other two speak to the nurse as now Abby just basically plays babysitter.
Yeah, you plays babysitter with the little girl with her Nintendo Switch. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is there like nearby, like bench or chair that we can maybe set her down in?
Yeah, there are various chairs throughout the hallways, just to sit in front of each and every one of at least to sit in front of the hospital rooms where the children are staying. So you sit her down so she can relax for a moment.
Considering how, we don't want her to possibly face plant based off of how she might be having a few really bad issues.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what gotten over me. Oh,
Right.
it must be the heat.
But you can't quite remember, can you? Like your brain's blocked it out.
What do you? That's so silly. I remember everything that happened that night. I was sitting there, like I said, taking care of him, making notes, running vitals. Suddenly, he woke up and, like, her head starts to kind of tilt in an awkward position as her nose starts to gush and her eyes start to bulge a little
Enough,
bit.
enough.
And this is the third time you've asked her, and now she's starting to stutter. She is now in a phase that she's now locked into remembering what has happened. And she
Oh,
is mumbling and mumbling and whispering. But it's hard to hear without fully leaning in. At this point,
dude,
she's very soft.
Eleanor is going to lean in. If this is going to kill a woman, she needs to at least know what she's trying to say.
Okay. And she, as you kind of lean in, she goes, there was a door. No, not a door, a gap. And he smiled. His smile shouldn't have been there. There was a door. No, not a door, a gap. And he smiled. His smile shouldn't have been there. And it continuously repeats over and over again until she slumps completely forward as her body locks up and she is now having either a stroke or a seizure. And her body starts to convulse.
Well, at least I understand
Hit the alarm,
basic.
hit the alarm, hit the alarm, hit the alarm.
At least I understand basic medicine. She is going to pull her wallet out of her boot pocket, shove it into the woman's mouth, find a doctor.
Sailor's already gotten up and hit the alarm button.
As you do that, it's enough with the fall and that you go and run. There's enough panic that these nurses are trained for emergencies and to know an emergency when it happens. The sound of the chair shifting and somebody falling to the floor was enough that there was some tension drawn from the main desk of the center of the floor. But when you come running up, they immediately start coming up to you because I'm pretty sure you have a face of panic. I'm assuming. Eleanor?
I mean, yeah, if she's the one that's potentially having to go get the doctor, considering how she told Celis to go get one.
Oh, is Celis going to get one? I thought you were hitting a button.
Oh no, I think that was Celis pressing the button.
The only buttons
And-
that you find are actually fire alarms.
Do not hit that! Don't get a doctor!
Scarlet, are you there? Please do not press the button.
Do you hit the fire alarm button?
Scarlet, are you there? Please.
Did your PC
Hello?
die again?
No, there's a storm.
Okay.
Oh, lovely.
Okay. Well, if it's starting to affect you, then we can run this a little bit
Right.
shorter. That way, everything is safe on your end. We don't want to fry any computers. Trust me, I've had to deal with that before. But yes, do you actually hit the fire alarm buttons?
No, she doesn't hit the fire alarm. She was hitting the medical emergency alarm.
I had to guess
Because
that.
99% of hospitals have those.
Oh, right, they do, don't they? I'm sorry. It's
Yeah.
Oh my god, thank goodness.
Okay, so you hit the medical emergency alarms. Eleanor is running to get staff, and this woman is seizing and convulsing out of control, biting down onto the wallet that is in her mouth. So with that, the staff quickly, including nurses, the head nurse, and the doctors on the floor, rush over to this nurse that's helped many of their children having this sudden nose bleeding seizure. You with us, Scar?
Hello?
Hello.
Are you okay?
I think so.
Did you hear anything that I did say? I'm assuming not.
Scarlet.
Are
Oh
you good?
no.
Oh god.
Oh, her internet or her PC is having some buckies.
I can tell. I can tell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna DM her to go onto her phone.
Are you
Hold on.
okay?
Phone, do your phone, so we at least have consistency.
I'm just gonna pull this up on my phone and restart my computer again.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably a good idea, hon.
Yeah.
Okay. No
As long as
problem.
your phone's working, that's good.
Hey, did you hear the description of what had happened?
No.
So
Hey.
Ah.
so basically all the staff, head nurse, the doctor on the floor is taking care of the woman who is now having a nose bleeding seizure. So
Okay. She is getting medical attention.
What?
So they ask for room as, you know, a space
Mm-hmm.
that they will handle this. And you two are left to your own accord. Albuquerque, you are sitting there with the child as all of this is going on in the hallway. Alexis is curious about the noise out in the hallway. She kind of wants to go look, but she chooses not to. It's adult things. It's something adults do. And
Yeah.
she looks at you. Why do you use a fan on your face?
Oh. How well, how do I put this? She kind of thinks to herself for a moment and then she basically looks back with like this kind of, again, she's not the greatest when it comes to like expressing things.
Uh-huh.
Like mainly like positive emotions, so she basically like looks over at like a planet like a neutral expression and she basically talks back and with at least trying to sound ecstatic and be like, this fan is to help me disguise myself. I have a secret identity. I am a secret agent. You can keep a secret, right?
Oh, well, yes. I'm really great at keeping secrets.
Yeah. Uh, and she kind of stutters for a moment because, like, it's technically her secret identity of being a changeling, but she can't be that too descriptive. So she just kind of goes along with it. Yeah, and I like to hide my mask. That way, no bad guys can get to, see my weaknesses. Did you know that whenever somebody, let's just say per se, they get nervous or scared, they instantly look at your mouth to see if you get scared or nervous most of the time. Did you know that?
Well, maybe.
my weakness is that I'm not good at that. But
Oh.
that doesn't mean I'm horrible at it. It's just it's kind of like Batman's mask. It's like Batman's mask. He's famous, so he likes to keep his identity. It's kind of like the same for me.
Okay.
Do you want to hold on to my mask? I don't mind.
Of course.
As she, yeah,
You,
and
you would really. I think you would like to talk. There's a doctor on the floor. Uh, he shows up every once in a while because some of us get really, really sad and we don't know how to process our emotions. She says as she kind of brings her head up high, and she's trying to mimic the doctor.
oh really?
Yeah, he talks to all of us when we're feeling sad or we can't process everything.
I mean, that is important because
He could probably help you when it comes down to like the emotion stuff.
oh, uh Albuquerque kind of shimmies in her seat as it's kind of like she's trying to like not overflow on too much information, but she just kind of like sighs a bit and goes, "Well, uh, I think your doctor might help out with people uh, who are a lot more, easier to look at the bright side of things. Sometimes adults have a hard time trying to stay positive. Not most of them, unlike your doctors and nurses that do your best on to try to look at the bright side of things. For me, and she kind of like grips her like fan a bit as originally she was trying to hand it over to the child. She kind of grips it really hard. I'm I'm kind of more of a loner. I prefer to help myself.
And that's okay. Sometimes, sometimes being an adult is lonely.
Yeah, it kind of is.
When my mom comes in and my dad, they try to smile and try to be happy. But I can tell when they're very sad. Dr. Lyle likes to say that they're trying to stay positive for me, but there are times that the reality of the world, as he says, kinda needs to be known.
Yeah. What else did they say?
He sometimes he says that, but no matter what, the world is what we can make of it. Because maybe one day I can rewrite the rules of the world. He says he can sometimes.
Yeah, and I believe so. I believe there is a chance they can rewrite the rules and, I guess, make up for it.
I think I will want to do that.
Yeah, and I feel like you definitely can.
Maybe I'll be a doctor when I grow up so I can help kids like me.
And that sounds like a very cherishable future. I hope to see you in the Maybe in the big paper, maybe you can be as successful as all the rest of the doctors.
Maybe. Do you want to see my Stardew Valley farm?
Oh, yeah, of course.
She kind of then hands you over the Switch. It goes, look. I just planted a bunch of turnips.
Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah, nature is quite beautiful, even if it is behind pixelated screen. I'm sorry, did that sound boring? Apologies, I'm not the best at communicating, unlike my other two friends.
No. That's okay though. You did just fine. And she like kind of starts rocking back and forth and she starts to hum. And she'll start singing something where she goes, black-eyed ivy, climb the wall, round the window, down the hall. No one saw her footsteps fall, but now she's in your bed. Folded hands and cotton skin tuck you neatly tucked within. Don't ask how, don't ask when. The hollow mother said. And she
She
just
kind of,
starts humming it.
yeah. After hearing something about Hollow Mother, Abby just kind of stays stiff for a moment, and she kind of glances back, and she's like, kind of perplexed about this, like, kind of this little tune, because not even her ever heard about it before. So she just goes like, "I'm sorry, what were you thinking there?"
I don't know. It's something I heard in the hallway. Somebody was walking down the hallway and they were singing it, and it's kind of just stuck with me.
Ah, uh, and she kind of like like rummages through her pockets and luckily takes out her notebook because she remembers like in old detective movies that they would just write down notes, and she holds up her pencil too that uh she like uses mainly just to like basically sketch out lines of when she sews, but she kind of looks back and goes, "I'm sorry, I'm very curious about that song now. Could you sing it again so I can know the words to it?"
Well, she starts to sing it again. I'm going to say it just to make it a little easier to understand. She goes,
Yeah.
black-eyed ivy, climb the wall,
Okay, black-eyed ivy, climb the wall.
round the window, down the hall.
Okay, black-eyed ivy, and then down the hall.
No one saw her footsteps fall,
No one saw her footsteps fall,
but now she's in your bed.
but now she's in your bed.
Folded hands and cotton skin.
Folded hands, cotton skin,
Tuck you neatly tucked within.
tuck you neatly, tuck you in.
Tucked within.
Tuck within.
Within.
Mhm.
Tuck within.
Don't ask how. Don't ask
Don't-
when.
Don't ask when.
The hollow mother said.
The hollow mother said. All right. Got it. Thank you. I will gladly hum a tune whenever I do manage to feel better.
Okay.
Uh, I wish I have the time, but I must check my friends. But I wish I could have sewn you something. Maybe like a little sun or a bunny or some sorts. But unfortunately, I must take my leave. I need to check up my friends.
Okay.
Yeah, but thank you for showing me your valley, and thank you for letting me stop by and say hello. Hopefully your nurse will come back soon and check you in.
She nods. Okay. Well, have a good day.
Hope to see you around, kid. And before she leaves, she does the same thing where she kind of like still puts her like fan, sorry, I stuttered. She does the same thing as she entered before, where she places her fan behind her head and she does like a little jiggy, like a little dance, just to leave a one last smile on the kid's face before she leaves.
Okay. As you leave the room, leaving Alexis to her Stardew Valley, you will look and see just a few feet from the doorway as you kind of gently kind of crack the door so that Alexis it probably isn't going to be aware what's going on. And you see as doctors are tending to the nurse that is now unconscious on the floor, bleeding profusely from the nose.
Do I see also Zealous or Eleanor anywhere?
Would you guys still be in the hallway? Where would you two be?
Oh yeah, no, she'd be right next to the congregation.
Yeah, so uh so Abby's just like staring wide-eyed and she sees the two. And she like walks over to them and, holds up her fan as she speaks. What the hell happened? What did I just even miss?
She attempted to say what happened. Well, most of recall, she stuttered out. There was a door, no, a gap. He smiled. It shouldn't have been there. On repeat, as her nosebleed got worse, and she is now seemingly having a seizure.
What the fuck?
If I had to guess, whatever she saw doesn't want people to remember what happened.
I thought the child singing a tune was weird.
She did what?
Wait, what?
The child I was talking to. Apparently unconspicuous. I feel like it has some sort of connection. She kind of like takes out her like jotted notebook and then hands it over to like the other two girls, and just like points at the notebook with her finger. And she goes, "She literally sang this." Again, she sang like something like, "Oh, black-eyed ivy," and then something folded hands, cotton skin, and then at the end of it goes, "And the hollow mother said."
Did she hear this? Come up with it out of her head?
No, she said that one night, all of a sudden, she heard somebody sing that tune late at night. Didn't know who, but all of a sudden, she heard the tune as it gone, and then all of a sudden, apparently a child started singing about this shit. Look, I know it may be a stretch, and I know children make up sincere imaginations.
I wholeheartedly believe you. Something's bigger at play.
It's more concerning than ever. The fact that even a woman can't even speak the truth.
No, yeah.
I think we should. All I know is I think we should leave now. I feel like we already have enough evidence that there's no point of going into the roof.
We at least have more than presumably what Thaddeus has. It wouldn't be bad to get him involved. Unless you have any other ideas, Silas.
Would she know anything about that name, the Hollow Mother?
That would be either intelligence occult or intelligence academics, and it's going to be a high DC. It's going to be a 4.
4.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you said intelligence?
Either
Academic.
intelligence occult
Intelligence occult.
or intelligence academics. 4 DC, it's a high DC.
Okay, intelligence, do not fail me now.
I don't have a pip in either of those. I just got a pip in I just got intelligence.
Well, then you best start praying, hon. Because I don't got it. I'm gonna say fuck it, but I do not got this.
What? My poor changelings today.
The dice are not in our favor today.
Jesus Christ.
I think we were mainly panicking about being caught rather than just actually solving shit.
Yeah, no, we're 50 different shades of fucked.
No. You don't recall anything about a hollow mother.
Yeah, well, we'll wait to see if a certain man in charge does.
Yep.
You do have a way to contact him.
Okay, so can we preferably get out of this hospital? This has already been stressful enough to begin with.
Yeah, let's leave.
Miss DM, we want to leave the hospital now.
Okay. So you leave the hospital as quickly as you can to keep eyes off of yourselves at this point.
We have done too much.
And yeah, you leave the hospital no problem.
Alright. Was our only way to get into contact with Thaddeus by going and seeing him, or did he give us a phone number?
If I'm not mistaken.
Did you remember? He gave us his business card.
Yeah.
That's okay. I didn't remember if he did that as well, because if I recall, Celis also gave us her business card.
Yes, he did provide you a business card.
Hey, yeah, no, fucking punch that shit into just Eleanor's phone and put it on speaker.
You call the number. It is Thaddeus's personal business phone.
Watch it decline all of a sudden.
Thaddeus speaking.
Hello, this is Eleanor along with the other two that you just hired.
Ah, Eleanor, the satyr.
Yes.
All right. Is everything all right?
We were looking into one of the children that had fallen into a coma. We found out that it happened early in the morning, 5 days ago. The nurse that was in the room is mentally scarred from the incident, ? She can't clearly remember what happened, and when she tried to, she had a nosebleed and started to have a seizure.
Did she say she couldn't remember?
She tried to remember. she could remember everything around it perfectly, but as soon as she went into detail about it, she began muttering, "There was a door, no, a gap." He smiled. "It shouldn't have been there." And then she started seizing.
All right. Why don't you come to my office? I will provide you breakfast.
Very well.
Abby is just like kind of jumping in place in joy over the sound of breakfast.
As you're holding your business card, suddenly an address will appear on the other side. As it just appears there.
Changeling magic and shit.
Changing. Come to that office.
Okay. I'll see you in a bit.
Of course. Now, you recognize that location, and it's quite well known in the downtown Memphis location, where a lot of people who make a lot of deals. People, record companies, big businesses, things like that. This business, when you arrive at the office, it does look quite quaint. It's not very it doesn't really stand out too much, but really, as you've witnessed, Thaddeus, he really doesn't need to stand out too much. He commands a room even when he walks into it. So, you guys walk into the building. There is a receptionist at the desk. She nods at you immediately and points over to the elevator, which there are only 2 floors to this building. Ground floor, top floor. There's nothing in between. It's not a very large building. It's just enough for him.
We gotta love the elevator for 2 floors. This isn't going to make us feel cornered at all.
So, as you arrive, there is... Well, I'm trying to find this picture. Give me a second while I look it up. I'm trying to look for it. Where the hell is that Pinterest?
Where are you?
No, really. Where are you?
Yeah.
I'm looking for a particular Pinterest board that has some of my old characters. It's not Shadows. No, it's not. Oh, it's this one. Duh. There he is. You see a gentleman that is not Thaddeus, putting a platter of food on a coffee table, surrounded by couches and chairs. He doesn't look as young as his image, but I'll go ahead and post it.
Is this privately again?
No, I'm gonna go ahead and post it onto there, and then I'll post it. Don't worry, I got you.
Nice.
I should have... Nope, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. So, it's for everybody to see. He looks something like this. And then I will post the image in Changling chat. He actually looks older than this image. Some graying, some wrinkling, some, crow's feet.
Damn, rough days.
Oh no, this is an image from him years ago.
Huh.
So he looks to all of you as you kind of the elevator door opens, and he goes, "Ah, hello. Sorry. Eleanor, Salis, and Nabakirk. Is that correct?
Yes.
You can call me Abby.
Abby. It's fine. Sorry. I'm Elias. Thaddeus will be out, momentarily. He's getting presentable.
Very well.
You kind of caught us in the morning.
Well, it is be what happens when we find stuff this early.
That is true. You should see the last group I had to deal with. I still deal with them every once in a while.
Sailor's gonna look at her phone. Oh my god, we were out all night.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been worse. We could have been charged a felony.
I'd prefer to not think about that. She's also gonna, while they're standing here waiting, text her employee just, hey, go ahead and open the shop without me for the day. I'll be there like later in the day.
They respond with question mark. Okay. Thumbs up.
Taking care of some personal business.
But yes, you have been out all night, even though I will tell you, it does not feel like it.
The hedge does funky shit.
Hedge has time warping.
Ah,
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Mm-hmm.
so where's the breakfast?
He points out, oh, right. I made breakfast sandwiches.
Just with a neutral expression, Albuquerque just raises her hands up, just like a woo.
And he goes, please have a seat. He'll also sit on the couch, cross a leg over the other, kind of like sit there casually. And allow you guys to eat. And as you're eating, eventually Thaddeus will return from the, looks like a doorway behind the desk, or a door that comes behind the desk. He'll open it, and he'll come out, and he goes, ah, thank you, Elias. And Elias will go, you're welcome. Can't let your clientele starve.
Nom 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 nom.
Or not your clientele, but employees. Elias will sit there, and Thaddeus will actually sit right next to him. And he goes, all right, tell me, what have you discovered? Full detail. I think you already said it over the phone, didn't you?
Yeah, most of it.
Most of it, but you did
Yeah.
not mention the Hollow Mother.
Correct.
Okay.
She will motion over to Albuquerque since she has the entire song written down.
Albuquerque just finished her sandwich, and then she just notices Eleanor looking at her. Oh, right. And then she just kind of squabbles through her pockets and then takes out her notebook. And she kind of shows it out to both of the gentlemen. So, there was this child that I was talking to, well, looking after to, as these two were investigating with one of the nurses. And she happened to be singing this song, and what captured my eye was something about the hollow woman. I mean, the hollow mother. Sorry, the sandwich was really good, and I got distracted. But yes, this child was singing something about it, and it was during almost close to the same timing that child was probably followed by somebody, or must have cursed the nurse that probably caused her to be in this unfortunate state that we last saw her in.
As you are speaking of this, Elias will smile that, you're enjoying the food. As he is a bit of a hostess type of person. But Thaddeus will immediately, he had a hand on his chin, and he'll drop his hand to his lap, and his face will go completely blank as he starts to stare off into the distance. I haven't heard that name in several lifetimes.
What does it mean?
During the colonialism, there were incidences of children in particular going into comas and going mad. It kind of sparked some witch trials. Humans, of course, will accuse anything of something that they're afraid of. Just how it is. Humans are afraid of anything they don't understand. There was one child. I was investigating the situation. I, at the time, took the guise of a priest in that lifetime. It made sense at the time. And one child had awoken. But not awake, if you know what I mean. It was like they were there and yet not there. They were scribbling symbols in just random fey symbols in the dirt. Shortly after they passed. And one of those symbols came to the term of one was hollow and one was mother. I guess I didn't make much sense of it back then. But, of course, I didn't know exactly the extent of the issue. And shortly after the child died, no other children were put into comas. No more children died other than typical diseases back then that could not be healed by normal human medicine. Sadly, we lost a couple of our changelings in the village that time, in the little settlement. It wasn't exactly easy to watch them burn at the stake. You see, as he is talking about this, his demeanor no longer is uptight and like commanding. He slumps a little bit, and Elias will take his hand and hold it, fingers interlocking. I've spent, as well as even you have, millennia of lifetimes of a lifetime until we had to start taking over bodies, reborn as humans, technically. I will tell you this, it does not go away, that memory of burning flesh. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Violet. That is an eater comment.
Unfortunately.
And just chat goes like,
I- for a sec-
yup.
That's eater for you.
Yep.
I thought I not gonna lie, I thought Scarlet was chuckling over a man's misfortune. Threw me off a loop.
No. I'm
Nope.
just at first I was looking down like, man, this is sad, and then I look over and see Vi's comment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go and get back to session.
Oh right. As kind of like hearing the story goes, and also kind of licking up like the rest of the crumbs of the sandwich with her finger, she kind of like looks at her pocket and try to grab like a little sample of a fabric and start to like sew like a little pattern. Maybe to at least cheer up the man. So she's just waiting on the other two to at least discuss something else.
Sailor will pull out her pipe and is like, "Do you mind if I take a smoke real quick?"
No, go ahead.
Would you like a take?
He moves his hand. I'm good.
She'll look over to the other one sitting in the room. What about you?
Yes. I don't do that. I don't smoke until the end of the evening.
I understand. We've been up for a while, so
Yeah.
she'll light her pipe, and the smell of actually pleasant weed will, emanate from the pipe. Thank you. With this information and with what you've just said, could it, with the door, the child hearing the singing about the Hollow Mother, and what you've just said, it's all lining up a little too well and suspiciously.
It is. The mention of the comatose children, the ideas of the comatose children, the mention of the Hollow Mother that has something to do with the last time that I had to deal with this. It just makes sense now. I will let you know once the children all had died and everything went back to normal. I couldn't investigate it anymore. I didn't know even where to start.
Mm-hmm.
There was too much chaos. There's only so much you can do as a changeling in the human world.
Indeed.
We still live by human laws at this point. At least on this side of the dreaming.
Yes. There was one other thing. Before we even found the child, we found an entrance into the hedge.
There's
It wasn't
several entrances in the hedge within the city. Where I might know where you found it. Where did you find it?
the park.
Yeah, there are two there.
Mm-hmm. A wolf decided to interact with us.
Did you say wolf?
Yes.
Stay away from him.
Abby kind of looks up for like a split second.
He is extremely dangerous. Stay away from him.
Understood.
If you interacted with the darkness, I'm surprised you're even alive.
Abby's just gonna keep quiet for a moment and continue stitching what she was supposed to finish.
Like I said, if you value your life, you'll stay away from him.
Very well. Well, that's everything that we had found over the course of this outing.
I'll get some research taken care of. And we'll figure out what to do from there.
Very well.
I really suggest that you get some rest. I honestly did not expect you all to be out all night. But I'm glad you're okay.
Sympathy is appreciated.
Good. Both Elias and Thaddeus will get up. Thaddeus kind of does the first standing part. Elias will follow behind, kind of in a, a form of respect to his partner. And Elias will kind of look to all of you. Well, if you ever come by the bar, I have a bar here in Memphis. I recently opened up, kind of in token to my friends. It's called the Pendragon. Just come by anytime.
Very well.
Oh wait, by chance.
Hmm?
So Abby's kind of hesitant at first, but she's like, you know what? I've been sewing this entire time, and I didn't get like a second parting. And she kind of like gets up from her seat and kind of like hands Elias over like these two fabrics, and each of them contained like one little star with like her yellow, thread that she had, and I'm gonna post it on the Changeling session chat,
Okay.
and it looks somewhat like this. And then she kind of thinks, it's nothing much, but it's more as in a kind of both a thank you and sincerest apologies that Mr. T had to remember. It's nothing much, but here, I've made it both for each of you.
Elias will look down at it and smile. I appreciate it. It's lovely. He'll actually he'll actually, it's a small piece of cloth, right, with the star on it.
Yeah, it's a small piece of cloth. Like it's like the same size as you would see for like a small handkerchief.
Okay. He'll actually fold it up and he'll stick it in his pocket. I'll be sure to take it home today. I thank you. And Thaddeus will nod. I appreciate it. It is quite lovely.
After hearing the both of them say basically thank you, she just quietly sits back in her seat and just kind of cover her face up with a fan. Like her entire face up against her fan, just kind of stays quiet for a moment.
And that you two are done, haven't you Still, too much idea your friend here made for us. Let's go home and get sleep.
I
All
think
right.
I'm kind of tired.
Elias will nod. I'm sure you are. And Elias will be the one to help walk you out, as he's the more sociably inept, I guess. A little bit more of the modern day social, that has nothing to do with full on businessmen. He will walk you to the elevator, hit the button, kind of guide you, and just stay safe, okay?
Do what we can.
There's only but so much of your kind. And as you leave, the Memphis is really getting started. You see the traffic on the road, and the summer heat is starting to kick in. And that will be the end of the session.
Woo!
Congratulations, everybody.
Stuff happened.
Oh, thank God!
We did things. I'm
You
sorry
did
for
do
my
things.
Computer issues.
Nope, you're perfectly
Yeah, that's
fine.
okay.
Your fault.
No, yeah, you're perfectly fine. The weather is the weather. As
Yeah, shit
somebody,
happens.
as somebody who lives in the boonies, I'm used to it.
As do I.
Yep, so you understand. Okay, so let's go ahead and I am taking a look at the calendar on who has the next session. Just a little bit of announcement as well. The vampires have moved to Sunday. So vampires and changelings, because they are both ran by me, will be rotated every other Saturday. Sorry, every other Sunday. And so on the 2nd, from what I can see, we have a session of werewolf. And then we'll have vampire on the 3rd, followed by demons on the 4th. So we've got a pretty interesting schedule for the week of 2nd to the 9th, which you again have werewolves on the 2nd. Werewolves on the 2nd, vampires on the 3rd, demons on the 4th, and hunters on the 9th. Like I said, we got a pretty busy schedule. So I do hope that everybody had a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, Violet's so cute. Yay!
We did it. We girl bossed our way in.
Girl boss and almost knocked out a security guard.
That was entirely her idea. I have the feeling none of us have the physical strength to do that.
Funny.
Hey, I was hesitant. All right, I didn't want to
You're
actually
the
commit a
one
crime.
that proposed it.
Hey, when desperate times come for desperate measures.
Jesus Christ, wait.
Again, you're still talking to a character who jumped right into a portal. You cannot blame me otherwise if my character starts to knock out a security guard if needed.
Ah, shit you.
All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end session. And I do recommend checking out our YouTube channel, which all our VODs will be placed, including this one shortly.
Yeah.
gonna-
So
Whispering
Yeah. So
Winds.
if you want to show up more people about the Whispering Winds, and or if you happen to miss out a session like this, then obviously, of course, you can visit our YouTube channel and you can see the rest of our, streams
Yes.
into
Yep.
fully length videos.
Yes, I will be posting the link as well.
Yes, then you can re-observe us doing dumb shit and see what you might have missed
Yes.
if you showed up late.
And we
Yeah,
can.
so please,
Yeah, we'll be able to
Oh.
catch up. Go ahead.
yeah, so please do like and subscribe into our YouTube channel. It will help us a ton, and you will definitely see more other videos of our other campaigns.
Exactly. Well, again, have
And
a.
we'll just get to
Go ahead.
put up with more of our goofy selves.
Yes. Yes, I'm excited for Mage episode 2 to be posted. That was a train wreck.
Yeah.
I
A
believe
normal
the
session
phrase I
with the
use.
Whispering Winds? No way.
normal
Let's just
session?
say
What?
I pulled it out. That's all I gotta say.
You pulled out. Oh
I
god.
I pulled it
That
out.
context does not help.
That's
Okay.
all I'm gonna say. I pulled it out.
You heard her here, folks. She pulled out.
All right, guys. All right, enjoy the rest of y'all's Sunday. Until next time, sleep like the dead.
Bye bye.